This is News with the Disney Dude. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and please hit that thumbs up if you like the video. Here now is the news for Wednesday, June 25th of 2025. Hard to believe that we're almost in July already. Disney files permits for Tom Sawyer Island demolition at the Magic Kingdom. So, more on that in a second. I'll get to the closing date in a little bit, but Disney has now filed the necessary permits to demolish Tom Sawyer Island and the riverboat. You guys know how I feel about this. I don't really need to have that conversation again. But again, all I will say is, people get upset over the wrong things. People get upset over the wrong things, and it's really ridiculous and silly. Okay? So, but, again, you guys know how I feel about this. Will I like the Cars Land? I don't know. I would like to like it, I'd like to like it, so, when they do replace it with, when they do replace the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island and the riverboat, when they replace all that with the Cars Land, I really hope it'll be good. I really have faith that they're going to do this right. Okay? I have, somewhat faith in this regime. I don't want to say complete faith in this regime because, they got rid of Muppets. They got rid of Muppet Vision. So, I don't have complete, I don't have complete faith in this regime, but some of these things, I really think that they're gonna do right. So, I really can't wait for that Cars themed land, and I really can't wait for that Disney Villains land. Okay, obviously those aren't gonna be for quite a while, but hopefully if we don't get another pandemic, we'll, it'll be constructed hopefully within a good amount of time. Annual pass reservations are now fully booked at the Magic Kingdom on the Disney Starlight Parade premiere date. And then, of course, Disney said that you cannot park hop to the Magic Kingdom. You have to have a reservation for it. So a lot of people are like, oh, I didn't get my reservation, and some, people are like, oh, just park hop. No, you cannot park hop to Magic Kingdom on July 20th, okay? Or for the foreseeable future, I think at this point. Of course, I will be there. I will be there to bring you. I'm going to film the parade, so I will be there along with a couple other 100 million people. So, and a lot of other vloggers and bloggers. So, I'm pretty sure I'll see Tom and Eric and everyone else at WWNT. I'm gonna see a friend of mine that is a customer at Publix. He's a vlogger, he's a blogger as well. So I told him that I'm gonna be there. I'm also gonna meet up with some friends of mine who are coming to the Magic Kingdom to watch the parade. So hopefully I'm really hoping, I'm really hoping that, it's gonna go according to plan. You don't, unfortunately this, I hate to break this to everyone, but this is Florida. Florida and June through November is hurricane season. Okay? So this is our rainy season. So that could mean that it rains at night. Okay? So I'm really hoping that the rain will hold off. Usually it's not, once in a great while we'll get rain at night. But usually it's usually about 3 to, it's usually about 3 o'clock. 3 to 7 is usually the projected time. So, I don't want to say that it won't be, completely out, but, that's what you have to plan for. So, but, folks, remember, if anything goes wrong, weather related or performer related or just another guest related, please be kind. Please be kind to the cast members, okay? Please, please, please be kind to those working here, all right? Construction walls are up. At the former, it's tough to be a bug. For new Zootopia attraction, Better Together, which will be opening sometime in the winter. We don't really know what that means, what the timeline is. Winter is, December. Maybe it'll be late November. We don't know. We don't know yet. We're still a long ways away for that. So, but you guys know how I feel about Better Together replacing It's Tough to Be a Bug, so I don't need to go into that whole thing again. So, but the construction walls are up. Oh boy, here we go. Guest falls in the water at Living with the Land while retrieving their dropped phone. So, look, again, this is one of those accident things. It's kind of hard to be upset about someone who drops something, but, they make the mistake of getting out of the vehicle and, they want to retrieve the item themselves. Okay? So, folks, please don't do that. Please don't do that. That will automatically shut the ride down. I'm actually surprised that the boat didn't stop and they had to evacuate, which I was really surprised with, but he dropped it and grabbed it he dropped it and left the boat, grabbed it, and very quickly got right back on the boat. But I mean, still, that's no excuse. If you drop something, please let the cast member know when you exit the ride, and they'll get it back for you. They will get it back for you. I promise you, you will get it back. Okay? Speaking from experience, as someone who's left a hat on a ride once, left a phone on a ride, okay, you will get it back. You will get it back. Okay? I promise you. I promise you, you will get your item back. There is no need for you to jump out of ride vehicles to get, whatever item it is you lost, whether a phone or, a hat or whatever, okay? So, just please keep that in mind, okay? Please keep that in mind that it's for your safety to remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And this, especially with water rides, because we don't really think about it, but there's all kinds of electrical stuff happening underneath the water because the boat doesn't run by itself, okay? There's a lot of electrical components that make, these boats run, There's a lot of, electrical components that make these animatronics work. So, getting off a ride vehicle in any case is not a good idea, but especially is not a good idea when it's a water ride, because you don't know what's down there. You don't know what's down there. Okay? There's wires and all kinds of electrical stuff running through the bottom that we can't see. All right? So just keep that in mind. All right? Just please keep that in mind. Epcot prepares for the 2025 International Food and Wine Festival. So they are preparing for the festival. It's not one of my favorite festivals, just because I'm not a big eater when I go to these parks, and I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol, so it's not my thing. So eating the food and wine festival is really not my cup of tea. I like going around and seeing, like, the Living with the Land overlay and some of the other things, but it's just I don't really like food and wine festival as much as like Festival of the Arts or the International Festival of the Holidays or the International Festival. Let's say Festival of the Arts. What's the other one? Festival of the Arts. Festival of the Holidays. What am I missing? I'm missing one. Flower and Garden. Flower and Garden. Those are my three favorite festivals. Okay? Food and wine is like, I can take it or leave it. But that's just me. So, if any of you, folks go to, food and wine for the food and the wine, great. That's, all power to you. That's just not my thing. That's just not my thing. Okay? All right. Three Tropical Americas Three Tropical Americas construction permits have been filed at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So, they are getting close to getting rid of the Boneyard, and even though Restaurantosaurus and Dinosaur have not announced a closing date yet, they're supposed to close at the end of, maybe by the end of this year. I don't really know. My guess would probably be, though, maybe if I had to take a guess, it would be after the new year, because they probably want as many people as they want to experience Dinosaur and Restaurantosaurus as they can before it goes away forever. So that's what I would assume. I don't really know. To me, that would make a lot more sense than just closing it at the end of the year. But I don't know. Only Disney knows that. So if I had to take a guess, and it would just make more sense, really, because you're entering the really busy holiday season. So, it would make sense to keep the attraction open, at least Dinosaur, keep that open until after the new year. And then after the new year comes and kind of dies down a little bit after the holidays, then you can close it. Now, I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay? But that would make sense to me. Okay? Liberty Square riverboat hours have been extended before permanent closure at the Magic Kingdom, which does close on July 6th. So July 6th will be the last day you can experience this attraction, because July 7th, it closes forever. And if the 7th sounds familiar to you, because just this month on June 7th, Muppet Vision 3D closed forever. I mean, I would really hope not. I really hope that they're going to bring that back, but anyway, but, you know, it's just crazy that, you know, a month apart, you know, they closed 2 attractions a month apart, which is, you know, really, really wild. So, but again, you know, you folks know how I feel about this. So, but July 6th will be the last day that you can experience Tom Sawyer Island and the riverboat and the rivers of America. All right, now I saved this last story, this story for last, because it's a rant. So the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District's new comprehensive plan includes the possibility of a 5th theme park at the Walt Disney World Resort. Look, I don't think there's going to be a 5th park. Okay, I don't think so. Okay, there is no space. There is no space for a 5th theme park. Okay, a lot of people are arguing with me about this fact, and they're like, "You don't know that, and Disney can boo that." Blah, 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 blah. You don't know that. You don't know that, and I don't know that. But if I had to, if I was a betting man, I would not bet on this. Okay, I would not bet on a 5th theme park. Okay, because half of the land that Disney owns is buildable. The other half is not. All right, the other half is, you know, reserved for conservation. It's, you know, it's not buildable because it's, you know, swamp, really bad swampland, you know, so it's just not safe to build on. So if you want to have that argument with me, you know, I'll have that argument with you all day long. Okay, but them building another theme park is, no, I don't really believe that's gonna happen. There is no way. There is no way that Disney's gonna build a 5th theme park. They just can't. Okay? If they were going to, they would have done it already. Okay? Their last theme park was built in 1998. Okay? Animal Kingdom was opened in 1998. Okay, if they were going to build another theme park, don't you think that they would have done that by now? I mean, we're almost, 20 years away? 20 years now? Let's, you know, or almost 30 years, okay? In 3 years, it'll be 30 years of Animal Kingdom. So, I mean, if they were going to build a 5th theme park, they probably would have done it already, okay? So, I'm not holding my breath on this. You know, if you people want to come in and argue with me, I don't care. But, I mean, them building a 5th theme park, that seems unlikely. That really seems unlikely. All right? Especially since they're investing so much in their other parks right now. Magic Kingdom, which is getting 2 new lands, okay? You know, they've invested in Epcot, you know, whatever that's worth. They've invested in Hollywood Studios, whatever that's worth. They've invested in Animal Kingdom. We'll see if that works or not. So, okay, I just don't see it. I just don't see them opening up a 5th theme park. I just don't. I would be really interested to see. I mean, I would be excited if they did open up a new theme park, a new 5th theme park, but I don't know. I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening. So, I wouldn't hold my breath. I'm not waiting around for this. Again, I'd be very surprised. Very surprised. Even after, the whole, kerfuffle with, Walt Disney World and the district, and then Walt Disney World with Ron DeSantis, and then DeSantis saying that he technically won, well, even though he didn't, but even though, he said, I won, so you can build you can build a fifth theme park now. There were no plans. There are no plans to build a fifth theme park. Okay? There never were any plans to build a fifth theme park. Okay? If someone wants to show me that, then by all means, send me a copy of that. Post it on this video. Okay? Comment in the section below. Okay? Send that to me. But until I hear hard evidence of them going to build a fifth theme park, it's not happening. It's not happening, people. Alright? So you can just get over it. Alright? So that's my 2 cents on the subject. Alright? So, I don't know. Let me know how you feel. I'm sure people are, gonna argue with me, but I don't care. I don't care. That's my feeling on the subject. Is no. They're not going to build a fifth theme park. They just don't. They don't have the space for it. Okay? They don't have the buildable land for it. All right? So whatever. But let me know how you feel. I'm interested. But anyway, I thank you guys very much for watching this video. Again, if you like this video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel for more content. Thank you guys very much for watching this video. You guys have a great rest of your day. And remember that tomorrow is just a dream away.